everyone. My name is Raquel, also known as Mama Nona. I am known as Mama Nona because of my granddaughter Phoenix. So Phoenix, we started really taking care of her or transitioning into raising her when she was about 8 months or so. We started this transition about 3.5 years ago, and now we're parents all over again because we adopted her about a year ago. We started this because we as grandparents know the importance of our kids, our grandkids being within the family. And there are some things that were going on with my son that my husband and I decided that we were going to step up to help out. We didn't realize we were going to adopt her, but this is where we are, starting all over again and raising a little person again. It's definitely been a blessing. I'm not complaining, but there has been some challenges over the past 3.5 years or so. And one of those challenges were not really focusing on myself and that self-care that we all need. I don't care who you are, if you are in a kinship situation, if you are foster parents, if you are caregivers, that's taking care of loved ones, that's taking care of your parents, that's taking care of your brother or sister that has health issues, whatever that is or that situation is in your life, it's very important that you focus on your self-care. And I know for a fact I slipped away from that because there was a lot going on, making sure that she was taken care of, making sure my home was taken care of, making sure I'm married, so that part of my life is taken care of, my household, period. But at the end of the day, if we're not taking care of ourselves or making sure putting that time aside for ourselves, we can't do anything. We're pouring from an empty cup, right? So you have to pour from a cup that you're filled. Whatever makes you filled, I don't care if that's taking a walk, I don't care if that's meditation and prayer, I don't care. It's not about just really going to get your nails done or your feet done. I am talking about, that's a part of it. Don't get me wrong, because I love that part too. But the part that I'm talking about is your inward man, making sure that your spirit is taken care of, that you're full, knowing that God has your back and that, that He lives on the inside of you and that He is the one that gives you strength. And you take that time to fill up because you will find yourself, I know I found myself snappy. And one time my mother-in-law told me, God bless her heart, I love her to pieces, but she's always been that person. What comes up, comes out. She said, since she's been going through this process, you have not really been taking care of yourself. It looks like you've aged a little bit. Well, yes, I wasn't getting any sleep. I had an 8-month-old at the time, and she had just turned maybe a year or so old. But, that helped me, and it opened my eyes to realize that I must take care of me first because I can't do anything for anyone if Raquel is not taken care of. So what did I do? So I started going to yoga, and here I am maybe a year or two later, I went back and got my yoga license, and now I'm an instructor. But the reason why I started yoga, because I found such a peace there. And that's when I started taking that time for myself, taking that time to meditate, taking that time to work out for myself, just really mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's important that we do this, guys. I know as caregivers, we just, we put ourselves to the side because we want to make sure the loved one is taken care of. We put ourselves to the side because we want to make sure everyone has something to eat or clothe or that they're spiritually well. We're talking and pouring into them, but we're making ourselves empty. So we have to really take care of ourselves. So caregivers out there, I shout out to you all. Don't give up. I know it's hard, especially the grandparents that's taking on the responsibility when we really should be enjoying our lives. We are enjoying our lives, but our kids are adults. And now in some cases, we're starting all over again. We're raising little ones all over again. So, and for an example, my husband and I, we were empty nesters for like 6 years, and this happened. But the good thing about it, God has given us that strength to move forward in this situation. And at the same time, it has been a blessing with my little person with Phoenix. I love her to pieces. And yes, she does have a sister. That's a whole nother story. But, you know, I get to see her. I get to spend time with her as well. And I just want to make sure that you're filling that caregivers, kinship, foster parents, whoever you are. Just make sure that you're taking care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. First and foremost, take care of your spirit. And, you know, trust in God in all things. You know, He will give you strength in every single situation, because He can do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think. And it's according to the power that dwells on the inside of us. That's the good part. His power is on the inside of us. So I'm asking you to just take a moment and step back and breathe, meditate, pray, whatever it takes for yourself to get full. And do not neglect your self-care. I love you. I'm praying for you. And keep the ball rolling with your loved ones, but keep the ball rolling for you first and foremost.